Yes. My name is Nicholas Tanek. This is your Kinky Friends. Everything we say here today is between consenting adults. We are adults. We live a lifestyle. It's culture. Please, don't judge. Please view and listen with an open mind, open heart. Be cool, kind. Keep an open mind. This is the Would You Rather show. We're going to think of Would You Rather questions for future shows. It's going to be a fun one. This is yours. Love the kink community. Most of all, I love questions. I love figuring out stuff. Kink community is like a puzzle. You have to figure it out. So on the show, your kinky friends, I started asking would you rather questions. Typical question would be, would you rather sensory overload or sensory deprivation? Little things like that. They're simple questions, and they seem to I don't know, resonate with people. Another question, do you like it all psychological or all physical? Do you want to experience a new kink or do the standards? Do you want a detailed plan session or a spontaneous session? So we have a bunch of different ones. Let's shoot it out. So this is kind of rapid fire. We're doing work to see which of these questions are good. The goal of this show is to make the Your Kinky Friends one-on-one interviews better. All right. So even if we get one, hopefully we can get more than one, but we just get one. I mean, the goal is accomplished. All right. First of all, everybody, please go to YKF. Go to YKF, visit YKF at yourkinkyfriends.com. Visit us on Spotify and also Patreon. We need the money. Patreon.com/YKF. Cash App is YKF underscore 10, not underscore, lowercase Tanek. And you get 15% off all inventory at Locked and Lost. It's offer code Y. Please check us out on Spotify. Would you rather? All right. Would you rather? Tonight, on tonight's episode, we have the Bussy Boss, Anna Valentina, with us.
Hello.
Bussy Boss. We have Mistress Sophie from the UK.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Of course, we have my queen, Sunshine. Hi, Sunshine.
Hello.
All right. Would you rather? All right. We're going to start it off with psychological mind games. Would you rather let them believe they're in control for a while or remind them they never were? What do you say, Anna?
I like the let them believe they're in control for a while.
Let them believe.
Yeah.
What about you, Sophie?
Oh, definitely option one. Let them believe they're in control because, that really, really screws with their head.
Am I in control of the show? What about you, Sunshine?
Yeah, I agree. And then turn around and say, no, you're not. You really thought you
were? Would you rather make them beg endlessly without a reward, or reward them once so perfectly they never stop chasing it?
Ooh. Definitely the second one. Yeah, that is super effective. Blow their minds and they'll never forget it. You'll be the one for the rest of their lives that they will connect this to, and this experience that they're like, this changed me.
Mr. Sophie, would you rather make them beg endlessly without a reward or reward them once so perfectly they never stop chasing you?
Option two, definitely, every time.
Sunshine?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, very easy. It's like
all right, let's talk about sadism. Sadism.
Okay.
Would you rather let them choose their own punishment or pick the one they fear the most?
Ooh. Oh boy. I'm a big fan of letting them choose their own punishment, letting them, there's nothing like watch somebody like kind of get frantic and wither under your stare while they figure out what to do. Because it's so psychological. Well, I mean, this is of course both of them are psychological, but yeah, I really like that added weight of like self judgment and self pressure.
Mr. Sophie, would you let them choose their own punishment or pick the one they fear the most?
Oh, pick the one they fear the most because that is really, really, really going to mess them around. Say this, boys.
Sunshine.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of like to
Choosing.
alternate, so I have to pick one.
Wow.
I would. I guess I would. I guess I would let them pick.
Yeah, there's a psychology. Cool.
Nick is like, which one is she gonna say?
Oh God, no. Oh, it's a good oh God. All right. Would you rather? Would you rather? Now there's a lot of constructive people in the kink community, the creative types,
Mhm.
They make things. So if you had a choice, you had to do one or the other. Would you rather make a mangina or a toilet coffin?
Well, I will say that I actually have made mangina. This is a long time ago. And I had a little help
This is a long time.
because this is when I was a kid, but no, I had my personal slave. We were playing in the dungeon, and the dungeon I usually did sessions in. So, and it happened that there was another mistress who was like finishing up her session. So I was like, hey, she's like, can I come in? I was like, sure. So she came in, and she helped me do this where we took his, and he had a pretty generous sack, so we could do this with his anatomy, and we took his cock and like tucked it and pressed like pulled his scrotum up around it. So think of like hot dog in a bun. So yeah, we pulled it up around it so it looked like labia, and then we stitched it shut. We stitched it together with hypodermic needles and just kind of pinned it so that it really looked like a vulva with a clit, but a little bigger. So yeah, that was his mangina for a little bit.
So are you like done with making manginas? Are you moving on to toilet coffins now?
Oh, I'm always down for making manginas for sure.
Oh, okay. That should be the quote for the day.
Yeah, no, definitely. Toilet coffin, I will have to think about. Actually, I did, and this is still a bucket list item for me, is making a live burial coffin, like either completely out of plexiglass, which is very expensive, like a Snow White coffin, though, that'd be amazing.
Mhm.
But at the and I've been talking with an engineer friend about this, how to do this, but basically a coffin where I could bury somebody, but there's a transparent panel over their face.
Oh yeah, so they
Yeah.
could see the dirt. We were talking about that on the last show.
Oh yeah!
That's-
Oh
yeah.
God! Yes. That's still anybody out there who wants to like help me and collaborate with this and whatever, like chip in towards plywood, or maybe some, like, if you have technical advice that you've done something like this before, live burial or something. Maybe you have some extra dirt that you want to send me. I don't know, but yeah, this is a thing I'm going to put out into the universe. Like,
Does anybody have any thoughts on the make a mangina versus toilet coffin? Would you rather?
Well, I'm not making my joke that I made a few weeks ago, because, like I said, otherwise Anne would literally just wet herself laughing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to add that to the YKF list of questions.
Well, I would just like to say that I would love to make a mangina.
All right, we can make that happen. Let's get that happening, internet.
I want to do some stuff with a 3D printer. I have a friend who has one.
Two totally different things.
I know, but I'm just like, I'm going to my tangents here, and I'm thinking,
All right,
like,
would you rather?
do something.
Would you rather always wear garter belts 24/7, garter belts and stockings 24/7, or latex 24/7?
Wow, that's hard.
For me, it's stockings and garter belts, I think, because latex would be
Me too.
really, really hard for me to wear.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I'd have to go with garter belts and stockings. Like latex. I mean, I love latex, and I could live in a catsuit. God, a catsuit is so great. But like at some point, I'm going to, rip it or, be in sunlight or something like that. So yeah, I would have to say garter belts and stockings. And yeah.
Sunshine, what is your answer?
Well, you know the answer. I'm always wearing
I
garter
know.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very honored to be living a fantasy in real life. All right. Would you rather? Would you rather splosh with lobster bisque or splosh with chili?
First of all, Nick, you are indeed so lucky to be living a dream. Like, good. Yeah. And we're here for it. We love to see it, man. Seize that life. You know this. Yeah. You're like you're the walking exemplar of seizing your life. So good. I'd rather splosh with chili. I don't want dairy products near my business.
Yeah, I'm thinking about toes. I think I'm jumping over you, Soph. I'm sorry. I think sloshing with my feet with chili would feel amazing.
Mm.
You'd certainly be hot on your heels.
Hmm.
What about like splashing with curry, like Indian food, because it can get very spicy, and that can get. I was always wondering, like if you take like curry chicken or pav bhaji, splash. I don't know about that. All right. Would you rather? Would you rather? I have some simple ones. These are some very simple ones. Paddles or floggers? If you had to use one for the rest of your life, what would you use?
Oh, floggers every time.
I'd say paddles. My favorite is straps, but paddles are approximately that. But yeah. Plus, like, what counts as a paddle? Slippers. So
Interesting. Okay. All right.
yeah. Like
What about you, Sunshine?
I think I have to go with floggers because I feel like I always have my hand as the paddle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is especially people in the kink community and swingers as well. This is a very important question because it all deals with attention. Now, would you rather receive an alert every time your best friend has sex, or do they get an alert every time you do?
What if you're having sex with your best friend?
Then the alarms just go off.
Oh my god! Is his friend?
The
Is his
neighbors are
friend
like,
supposed to be
"God damn
Glenn
it!"
Quagmire?
Say that again, Soph.
Is his friend supposed to be Glenn Quagmire from Family Guy? Because if it is, I mean, the alarm's going to be going off constantly.
I think I would have to make my friends listen every time. Like they would be getting a lot of alerts, and I think because already, they always expect me to have the sexual innuendo, whatever it is. This would just be kind of par for the course.
Yeah. Sunshine tracker.
I think I would like to know when my best friends are having sex because we tell each other anyway, but if it's like, oh, that shit was good. But yeah, I would, I kind of want to be a little bit of a voyeur and be like, ooh, they're getting some good.
Now I'm thinking of like there's going to be an app in the future where they're going to have some like jealous boyfriend, or they can make like DOMs or do that where every time a person the app can connect to your body. So every time you get an erection, your dom gets a notice, or every time you look at you have an orgasm, your dom or your partner gets noticed.
Yeah, and your exes.
Probably call it like cheater's net or something.
So would you rather, what about this? Would you rather every time you have an orgasm, your ex and their family gets notified?
Oh,
Do
that
they
is
get a
good.
voice
Or-
message
Oh.
of the orgasm?
Oh God.
Yeah. This is like, you can send
Or
like
every
things
time,
to
either that, just your ex and their family gets notified, or every time you have an orgasm or give someone an orgasm, it gets blogged about online.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's either the notifications to all your exes, or it gets blogged about online. Every single orgasm you ever have for the rest of your life.
Does this fall under revenge porn?
No, it falls under whimsical, silly, dumb stuff that we talk about on the show.
No, it's just like, okay, just really like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking group message you and your entire family with how satisfied I am with my life after you.
You know, it's
All right, would you
almost like
rather?
that scene in Bruce Almighty?
Oh, my
the
sex
one
life is
he
pretty
messes with
epic,
the auto
so
cue.
sorry, Sophie, what?
That's all right. It almost reminds me of that scene from Bruce Almighty, you know, when they mess with the auto cue and he's sort of like, yes, and in other news, my pants went to France.
Bruce Almighty, that scene with Steve Carell and Jim Carrey, where it's just like,
It's the other one where he just starts talking total gibberish, you know. I was like,
it's so good. All right, would you rather? Would you rather only have sex in the morning or only have sex at night?
Nice.
Aren't they the
sex
same?
at night, I think. Sex at night.
It's nighttime somewhere.
It certainly is here.
No, we're not using
It's
that
true.
question. What about this one? Would you rather sex in a secluded forest or sex on a secluded beach?
Forest.
A forest. It's more romantic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and sand isn't good.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's rough and it's irritating. It gets everywhere.
Not that dirt is any better, but
I mean, you can, but there's like a lot more variety. You could find like a patch of moss or up against like maybe if you can find a smooth tree. I mean, a flat rock even, or something. I don't know. Yeah, but you can find like kind of. There's more chance of finding like kind of softer terrain in a forest. And then you can fuck by the stream with nice. I guess both of them would have water. Okay, fine, but
I like the forest because there's witches.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's those witches, and not many witches hang out at the beach as much.
Right.
So if you want a good pagan sex orgy, the forest is the where to go. I think most.
I know that
I
is
mean,
very true.
But you get the ocean, you get Mother Ocean, so there's the whole pagan aspect of Mother Ocean. Anyway, all right, this is for the rest of your life. This goes both ways. Would you rather, right? You only have your hair pulled or only have your butt smacked? And that goes both ways. That means you only can pull hair or you could only smack butts.
I gotta smack butts.
Yeah, smack butts releases
I
more
gotta smack
endorphins.
butts.
So yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's great. Okay. All right. Would you rather have a submissive who's overly eager or one who needs constant coach?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Oh, that's so easy for me. I always want one who's overly eager.
Yeah, well, I know for eager one, sounds like a really positive one that you'd want. I mean, if you had one that was needed constant coaxing all the time, it would almost be like they were lazy.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess overly eager for me as well. I'm trying to think of like in my personal slaves, I don't think I've had any that needed constant coaxing. They were always just ready to rock. Interestingly, I've had clients who seemed reticent, at least at first, but they're always the ones who are like the most they end up being like, I had the greatest time, and they come back over and over again. So sometimes people can seem like they need coaxing and they're not really, but yeah, I like the eagerness. I like the the energy and the enthusiasm. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather deal someone who safe words too quickly or someone who never admits they've had none?
Hmm. Huh.
Yeah, I'd probably say option two, really, because if you went with option one, I mean, the fun would end too quickly.
Mm.
Yeah. But that can
I
also be, when someone safe words too quickly, sometimes I don't know. I wonder if did they mean it, and so maybe it's just torture for them that afterwards, yeah, you still want it. I'm sorry. You said your safe word. I'm sorry. You can't have it anymore.
Here's what you do: you always have a spankable sub nearby. So you just say safe word. Okay, I'll go to somewhere else, and you just have that sub by, and you just start whacking
Ooh,
that other
yeah,
sub a million times harder. Say, this is what you're missing.
Right.
there you go.
It's consensual.
I would definitely I'd go with somebody
Joking.
who doesn't admit that they've had enough, because I have a much better sense of limits than than they do anyway. So I know how far to push and so on. And yeah, sometimes that happens where somebody's like, oh, I'm like, no, I know better than you do. So I definitely would trust myself to know how far to go, even if they don't, for sure.
Would you rather? Would you rather have a submissive who whines constantly, or one who stays silent no matter what you do? Like, you could be twisting nipples, you could be setting testicles on fire. And there's like, the lighter's there. Like, the hair's burning. I can smell it. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Would you rather that or someone who's just whining constantly?
If we're talking about in scene,
Yes. Oh, yes.
okay, I'll take the whining because it's funny.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And be like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'd agree with Anna on that. I'd say whining constantly as well, because the thing is, if you had a silent submissive, you think that they were dead or something, so you'd actually
Yeah.
not whine, you know.
Yeah, I have to agree.
yeah, poor little
Yes.
crybaby.
The whining it would make me just make them shut them up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here, would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather keep them blindfolded so they imagine everything worse? Keep them watching every move.
This one is a no-brainer. Keep them blindfolded so they imagine everything's worse. That is psychological warfare 101.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, both are great, but I kind of like showing someone what I'm going to use and then using
Mm-hmm.
something else. And that's fun because they think they know what they're getting, but they're not. They don't.
That's true. I guess I would have to say keeping them watching, because I do like to kind of have a little bit of drama, or show them like swing it through the air, et cetera, the whole like stalking them like prey. But especially for me, um, having them watch I like mirrors a lot, like having them suck my cock in front of a mirror, getting them, like forcing them to watch their face or their ass or, whatever, kind of having this mind body connection to, reinforce their place and what's going on and so on and so forth. So, it's kind of like a visual overload. I'm a big fan of that. So I will definitely keep them watching. That's me.
All right, we have another question by Nun67. Would you rather ruin or let a sub clean up their mess? Anna?
One and then the other?
One or the other. You can't do both.
Ah,
Clean up the mess. Clean up the mess.
I'd say clean up the mess too. Yeah. Sunshine.
Right?
I don't want
Sunshine.
to answer. I don't. That's good. I don't know. I haven't ruined someone's orgasm in a long time, so I might just go for that.
Don't give her any ideas, people.
You know what I like, actually? I've had the pleasure of doing this a few times. Oh God. I love the like telling them, telling them they can't come and then making them come, but there's one, oh God, it's so hot when you hear this, oh no, like when they're like about to come or starting to come and they're like, no, I didn't mean to. It's just like, I love it.
Yeah.
I love that you're just like, yeah, you're totally, your body's totally betraying you because of me. So yeah. Anyway, I guess that's a reverse.
All right.
I don't know. Anyway.
That's ruining always the best, worst feelings.
Mm.
167 said. Keep the questions coming before the show's over, because the show's going to over and be ended soon if you don't have more questions. Would you rather have to describe your sex life in detail, or listen to someone else describe theirs in detail?
Tell me your secrets.
Yeah, I'd agree with Anna, actually. I'd actually say that, I'm the sort of person who probes other people for theirs. So, yeah, I'd probably be like, yeah, tell me all about yours, because I'm saying dumb bitches.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it's interesting. I'm thinking the same thing, but just please let it be interesting.
Yeah, there's that. It's like, oh, okay. But I mean, I think too with that, like, it can always be interesting if there's emotion there. Like if somebody's like, oh, they could have the most vanilla sex life, whatever, but if they're like, oh, this is really personal. I've never told anybody this, whatever. And, so that can be like juicy and exciting that you're listening to this like really vulnerable thing happening and they're like opening up to you and so on and so forth. So you can get that kind of like, it's like we're those kind of people where people do open up to us and they're like, I've never told anybody this, so I feel like I can trust you and whatever. It's like, yes.
All right. There are a lot of people having affairs in the kink community. They're cheating on people because they're not fulfilled. Sometimes they're cheating with people they hate. I know there's some people who are cheating with people they do not politically agree with at all. And they're still fucking them. So, would you rather have sex with someone you hate, but the sex is amazing, or have sex with someone you love, but the sex is terrible?
Are we talking about once or like consistently?
Consistency for the rest of your life.
Oh, God. It's a horrible question. I quit.
It's a would you rather question. That's the whole point of the game.
All right.
You know what? Weirdly enough, there is actually an old saying here in the UK. They always say you keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Mm-hmm. So I think that option one for me would probably have to do.
Keep them very close. I would have to say it was somebody I love. Because I mean, I've had relationships where I love them very much, and the sex was like, man, I've tried to tell you this, and you keep doing it this way, and it's like, but the emotional aspect is in a relationship is really important for me. I've had plenty of, amazing one-offs or something like that, but after the first time, the novelty's kind of like, it's sort of gone. So yeah, if I'm going to stick with somebody, it has to be other reasons why I'm there. And then I don't know, I guess masturbate a lot, something like that. I guess there's always like couples workshops and something too. So I don't know.
Would you rather non-67? Would you rather let a sub finish on your boots or some other item? Let's just say finish on your boots or your regular foot or leg.
Boots.
Yeah, boots. Same.
Boots. Yeah, definitely.
Boots. Wow. Mm-hmm. All right.
On my leg.
On your leg?
Or feet, yeah.
Bare or stockinged or?
Yes.
Nice. And suck his cum out of your stocking weave. Yeah.
Clean that up.
Yeah.
Would you rather? All right. Would you rather? Now, this is first of all, it's being done to you, and then second, we're gonna do. Would you rather do it to somebody else? So, would you rather electroplay or squash them to you?
To us? To me?
Yeah. Would you rather explore, like, be the sub or bottom for electroplay or splashing? If you had to choose one.
Electro.
Yeah, same.
Electroplay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you have to do this. You're in training, and part of your training is to be submissive for a month, right? Are you going to be in chastity for a month, or wear a butt plug for a month? Do one or the other.
Chastity for me.
Yeah, I'd go chastity as well because you still need to shit, so the butt plug would be.
Well, you can take it out. You can take it out, but you got to put it back in. You don't leave it in the shit after a month.
Oh, God.
That's not healthy. We
I might see a
practice
joke.
same consensual kicker.
Oh my God. I have a joke. Can I tell a joke? Do I have time to tell a joke?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick. Okay.
All right. Go on.
All right. Okay. So this farmer wants to win first prize at the county fair. So he gets this pig, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna make the biggest pig ever." And somebody's, he's like talking to another farmer, and the farmer's like, "Well, here's what you do: you take a cork, and you put it in the pig's butt, and you keep feeding it, and that pig's gonna get bigger." And the farmer's like, "Okay." So that's what he does. He takes a cork, and the pig is getting bigger and bigger, and he's like, okay. Eventually he's like, what do I do, with all of him? And the other farmer is like, well, if you remove it yourself, obviously that's going to get messy. So what you do is you go get a monkey and you train him, and then when the day comes, so the first farmer is like, okay, so he gets a pegboard and puts all these corks in, and he trains the monkey to pull out the corks, right? And then finally the day comes, and he's like, all right, he's won, he's gone to the fair and gotten his accolades and whatever. He's like, all right, now I got to deal with this pig. So he takes the monkey out to the pasture and he turns him loose, right? Well, cut to the hospital, and there are all these people in bed, kind of like, oh my God, it was terrible, whatever. And at the end of the row, the doctor gets the end of the row, and there's the farmer, absolutely caked head to toe in shit, but he is just rolling in the bed, laughing hysterically. And the doctor is like, I don't know if this is that appropriate. These people are terrorized by this. And he's like, what's your excuse? And the farmer's like, yeah, but you should have seen the look on the monkey's face. But I probably didn't tell it that well, but anyway.
No, we did.
Thank you.
Talk about monkeying around.
Yeah. All right, we have some other would you rather. Would you rather? This from Nun 67's got a bunch. Okay. He goes, would you rather tease in Chaz or tease without? And tease in chastity without. I think this is spelling or something. We did the boots. Would you rather deny after teasing or release without punishment?
Release with a punishment.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, probably.
Release with a punishment?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay. He's got one more. Would you rather tease in chastity for 2 hours or bust the sub till they're finished?
I'd rather tease and chastity for hours.
Yeah.
Tease in chastity for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. All right. So what as a tease? Oh, here's one. Would you rather spoon nude or clothed?
Oh,
Clothed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess clothes with lingerie on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
definitely clothed because I'm not one for nude.
Yeah. It's spooning is cozy and cuddly, and I want to be like comfy, and so I think of like soft fabrics and you know, like if you're nude also, like you can kind of end up sticking together.
Yes.
So yeah, like, you know, and you could be doing you were wearing anything, you know, you could be wearing latex if you want.
Thank you,
Hey,
67.
Yes, thank you very much, Nun 67. So, what question should I add to the list? We have
Out of all of them?
out of all of them, which ones resonate with you? Let them. There's the begging one. There's the. I like the silent versus talking. I like that one. Is let leave. Or here. What about this one? This is one I didn't ask. Would you rather leave them in uncontrollable silence for hours,
Uncomfortable silence?
or over uncomfortable silence for hours, or overwhelm them with commands nonstop?
silence.
Yeah, I'd go silence as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
Silence. All right.
I'm really
I
good
also
at
like.
silence.
Silence is golden.
And you know, I think it really, and especially if it works with your style, like obviously I'm very verbose, so like when I go silent, it's frightening. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
What about would you rather? Would you rather train someone brand new from scratch,
Mm.
or take over someone who's already been trained by someone else?
Oh, brand new.
Yeah, I'd go brand new as well, because if you're training someone who's already been trained by someone else, there's all those annoying habits you've got to undo.
Yep.
Oh, for those people who like lost their dom or their master or something like that, that doesn't really give them. You know, there are people out there who take over subs after issues happen.
You're
Uh,
making us choose. We would also
yes, I know,
one,
I
but we
know, I know.
have
It's part of the game.
choose.
All
I would
right,
actually
so
say like most of my experience has been with people who've already been trained or at least have been in the scene long enough that they have bottomed, you know, repeatedly or something like that, even if they weren't actually owned or whatever. And maybe my experience too is kind of a little biased because when I'm inheriting, um, it is likely from a friend or somebody in my kind of my level or my generation or something like that. So it is, yeah, like bad habits are definitely consideration, but that is something that I factor in, like if yeah, a few times like somebody's crossed my path and they've been like, oh, I've served so and so, and like I can either judge like this other person's style is not going to be my style, or I can just go talk to the other person and be like, and it has happened a few times that they're like, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, no wonder they're not serving you anymore. Okay, you know.
Right.
Um, but yeah, you know, if somebody's done some of the footwork for me, that can be really helpful sometimes. Yeah.
I'd probably be the same, because I'd literally turn around and say, okay, I'd be prepared to train someone who'd already been trained if they were willing to learn. But if they were
Yeah.
someone who was just stuck in their ways, I'd just be like, yeah, screw you, dude.
Yeah, the last thing you want to hear is, well, my mistress did this or something like that. Is not, yeah, if somebody's like stuck in the past or they're like, you know, attached to, I haven't really had this happen with me, but if somebody were, like you said, Nick, like if somebody were bereaved, newly bereaved, or had freshly been dumped or something like that, if they have emotional baggage, then that's definitely something to look out for and steer away from. Um, but I've had some really good experiences with people who have gone down a chain of like very well developed mistresses, and they have a good history, and they know. One thing I am working with someone on right now is like DS etiquette, and that takes a while for people to learn and absorb, and for that to
yeah,
become more natural. You know,
it does. It takes it's training, just like anything. It takes training,
yeah,
it takes discipline, it takes time.
yeah.
Would you rather? Would you rather wear 100% latex? Latex in 100 degrees heat, or be naked in the freezing cold?
Oh, Jesus.
Naked and freezing cold.
Naked
Yeah,
in the freezing cold.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
I get too
if you
hot.
train your body enough, and you have a positive mental attitude, you can actually survive in sub-zero temperatures for longer than you think.
I can at least run around in the
Sub-zero,
cold.
Sophie. I'm not going that far.
So
I,
sorry,
I
I am quite a rugged person, so yeah,
I'm not a
um,
fan of heat stroke, but I can run around in the cold for a little while and make myself warmer. But you can only do 100-degree heat, and I do not need to cross paths that often. So,
All right, we got one final one. This is from Nun67. And this is a humor thing. What is funnier? What's funnier? Edging or them busting?
oh,
edging.
busting every time.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
busting is the okay. But see,
Yeah, especially if it's
edging
a
can
bull
go on.
bust.
You can still laugh.
Okay, I can see that. Maybe busting. Okay.
Interesting. What about you,
Yeah,
Sunshine?
if
What's
it's a bull
funnier?
bust, you can make someone come, and then you can say to them, "Oh, by the way, you're going to get a bull bust," and they're like, "What?" And you're like, whack.
Oh, but busting like not coming, but busting like ball busting.
I don't know. Based on
Well,
the
you
question,
just
I
said
they
bust.
mean like bust a nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the climax, orgasm, ejaculation,
I think
big streams of ejaculate spooge shooting out of it.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to.
I have to go with edging because you can constantly mock them and slow it down, and oh,
Yes.
did you think you wanted to come? That's oh well. Let's see how far we get, and just play. That's just fun.
Desperation is always hilarious. Yep.
Exactly.
That's a good quote. Desperation. That
Mm.
is always hilarious. All right, everybody. This
It's
has
so
been a great
mean.
show. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for making this show better, because future shows are going to be better because of this show.
Hmm.
So let's go around and promote everyone's work. First of all, go to yourkinkyfriends.com. Get 15% off all inventory at Locked and Lost. Top with offer code YKF. Cash App, you can send me money at Cash App, YKF, Titanic. And then, of course, there's Patreon, patreon.com/YKF. Of course, YKF
Show
is on
needs
Spotify.
money. Send money.
Yes, and we need microphones. We need lights. I'm going to set
Ooh.
up a gift list
A
for
wish list, yeah.
Clearwater, a wish list for Clearwater. The mugs are coming soon. We're going to have
Hmm.
YKF mugs. And yeah, we're working on stuff. Check out the live show. We got a live show. I'm interviewing
Next
Mr. Shari. Yeah, next week I'm going to be spanking people with my books and the other books from the author,
You need a
from
good
the author
one.
circle.
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
the wish list? Where is it posted?
No, I didn't make it yet. I'm going to
Okay.
put it up.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
going to put it up. But we need audio visual. We need microphones. Anybody, and we need advice, cameras. And we need donations. We need old technology is still good technology as long as it works.
Is it going to be on like Amazon or?
Yeah, no, we'll be on the website, and I'm going to promote it like crazy. I'll
Okay.
make sure everybody gets it as soon as it's up. So yes, everybody. Anna, how can people get in touch with you?
Always AnnaValentina.com is my home base. But to talk to me directly, find me on Nightflirt, NITEFLIRT, and Anna Valentina on there. And if you mention YKF, I will do a little surprise treat for you. So let me know and talk to me.
Mistress Sophie, how can people get in touch with you?
Oh, yes, I'm on my website, which is www.mistresssophieofhertfordshire.co.uk. My X page is m_Sophie93, and my FetLife page is Mistress Sophie 93. And I'm also attending the Feminine Ball in a few weeks' time, so if you're going, I hope to see you there.
Well done.
And Sunshine, people can get in touch with you on FetLife, Sunshine Music.
_music, or hit up Nick and he'll find me.
Sunshine is the producer of the show, so many things go through go through her. Basically, I run ideas by her, and a lot of stuff doesn't go off without her approval, because you need people. This is called Your Kinky Friends, not Your Kinky Nick. So this is all of you. All of you make this show what it is. Please read a book. The coolest way to kill yourself. That's what pretty much started this whole thing. And also, Your Kinky Friends. Take your broken heart, make it into art. This is how the kink community kept me going, saved my life, and actually got us to this moment right here, right now. I wouldn't have this. We wouldn't be talking right now if it wasn't for this book. So please read a book, support the arts. Check out Evil Incorporated. I just interviewed Brad from Evil Incorporated. He's got some amazing, not safe for work comics. We got a lot of stuff going on. Everybody, support the arts, support kinky people. Be cool. Keep an open mind. It's gonna be a great week. I love you all.
We love you.